What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you an NFL prediction video on a recently released Baker Mayfield. I have a new home in mind for him. Let's talk about where. So, Baker Mayfield, former number one overall pick, has been waived after halfway through the season with the Carolina Panthers. Now, I definitely thought going to the season that he had more left in the tank than what he showed with the Browns in the last season. He was injured, all that stuff, as we all know. But this year, he didn't look so good either. I don't know if it's mental, I don't know if it's physical, but he was a good prospect at one point, and now he's just washed. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I do think his new home will be with the Houston Texans. I know the Niners are a very popular pick. I did a video last night, but came out this morning on Brock Purdy and the Niners, and I still believe with Brock Purdy being the starting quarterback, they can make it to the Super Bowl or at least be real contenders for the Super Bowl still. He looked pretty good. He looked pretty comfortable. I don't think the need for Baker is there, but you do need backup quarterbacks in today. Well, in all times of NFL history, you need a backup quarterback. So he would be a great addition to the Niners. If he does have something left, I do believe a couple of coaches could get out of him. Maybe Sean McVay of the Rams, and maybe the Niners quarterback. Niners head coach and Kyle Shanahan. But the thing is, Houston Texans have first offer on the waiver list. If you don't know, the waiver list goes from worst team to the best team, and it is in order. And the Texans have the first pick. They have the first option to waive, to accept or decline him. And if he gets to all 32 teams, then he's able to get to um, he go actual free agency. But as right now, I think the Texans will get him. Kyle Allen is disgusting as a quarterback. He should not be in the league. He looks terrible. And I think even if they bring in Baker, which I think they will, Baker won't play as bad, but he'll play better to where okay, it's at least a watchable football. The Texans right now look disgusting. They look like they're done with Davis Mills for some weird reason. He wasn't great this year either. I thought he would progress a little bit more than what he did. Coming out of Stanford last year, third or fourth round pick. I liked him a lot out of Stanford. I thought he went to a great spot last year in Houston. I thought he could progress this year in Houston. Didn't happen. But to bench him for the last two games and to start Cal Allen after all that mess he's shown in the first game and still look even worse the second game, I don't understand it. So it looks like they're done with Davis Mills. Cal Allen should not be in the NFL anymore. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't like calling people jobs, but he looks disgusting. He looks terrible. So bring in Baker for the rest of the year. I think even if somehow Baker gets hot, gets going, I think the worst record of the NFL is probably clinched right now. It's not clinched as far as numbers and stats go, but I think no team is going to lose this much to get close to the Texans. They're 1-10-1 or something like that, or yeah, I think 1-10-1. They tied. Did they tie with the Colts or something? Am I tripping? Am I wrong there? Let me see the Texans record real quick while I'm doing this live. Didn't they tie with somebody, or am I mistaken? That was the Giants, right? Let me see. Okay, I was right. They're 1-10-1. They did a tie with the Colts. Yep, I definitely was right. So, with that being the case, they haven't clinched it yet. Don't get me wrong. There's definitely room to improve. The Jaguars are stagnant right now. The Colts are stagnant. But the Colts, um, are stagnant too. But they're probably most likely going to keep their first round pick, no matter if they bring in Baker or not. But they can't keep Cal Allen as their quarterback. So I think they snatch up Baker, see what he has left, and the fit is there. Prior to him going to the Panthers this offseason, he took a long time for him to get released or traded. It took forever. Even though they got this Deshaun Watson pretty early, it took a long time to actually do something with Baker Mayfield. I did a prediction video on the Seahawks. Personally, I thought that would have been a good fit. But they ended up getting Drew Lock. And also, I like the Texans as my second option. I thought that was a good fit as well to start in front of Davis Mills if the Texans didn't like him, which they clearly don't now. I thought that would have been a good move there to bring in Baker to battle it out with Texas with Davis Mills in the Texans to see who wins that competition there. The Panthers were last on my list. But even when he went there, I thought, okay, if Christian McCaffrey stayed healthy, they could have a chance. But even with him being healthy, Baker couldn't get it done. So, uh, the Niners thing is interesting. As I said earlier, two coaches who could get something out of them. You would think Kyle Shanahan in his system or Sean McVay. The Texans have the first. Niners have, I think, the 25th, 24th option to accept or to waive on Baker Mayfield. I don't think he gets that far, honestly. I really do think the Texans snatch him up. It's a good fit. They need another quarterback, and that they definitely fell out of love with Davis Mills. He looked like real, like seriously. That wasn't even Peterman. Nathan Peterman looked better than Kyle Davis. Kyle Allen, who was okay in certain spurts in the past. But right now he looks ill prepared. He just doesn't look ready at all. So that's it for the prediction video, guys. I definitely think the Texans are the best fit. The Niners would be nice, but I think the Texans will be where he end up going. Can he revive his career after this? If he can show a good, strong showing with whoever he lands with, maybe it's a shot. But even if he does, have a good showing the rest of the year, will a team sign him long term more than a year to be a backup? I don't know. He's been pretty quiet in Carolina. He's been, not a character at all, nothing bad. I've heard of from the locker room while on the sideline, nothing like that. After being benched a couple times, whatever. So, you know, he might just be a backup from now on, a spot starter from here on out. Which isn't a bad thing. It's gonna get you a lot of money as a professional football player. He's made a lot of money being a first overall pick. He can make some more and have a long career as a spot starting backup for the rest of his career in the NFL. So that could be an option as well. But I think the start, no matter how he plays the rest of the year, I think the starting, the guaranteed starter spot that he's had with Cleveland and coming into, I don't care what they say, what the Matt Rule said about the competition between him and Sam Darnold in the summer. It was Baker's lose. I don't care what he says. So the guaranteed starting spot that Baker had his first couple years in the league, except for his rookie year with that sorry coach. I forgot his name now. Um, you know, um, I think Baker might be relegated to backup role forever now. And it is what it is. He still make a good money. He can still make a good career, and also might have good moments here and there. And you never know. A Geno Smith thing might happen later on in life. Same for a lot of other guys, Drew Lock, him, a bunch of other guys as well who kind of been written off because of bad moments, bad early starts, non-growth. That could happen later on down the road. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith. Stay consistent, stay patient, and you never know, you might get your spot like Geno Smith in your Geno's 33, 32, 34, somewhere in that range. It took about 10 years for Geno to really play well and really dial in and hone in. So, it could be the same for some of these guys or some similar. So we'll see. But that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.